Number 7 Ministries. The Spirit of the Lord is on me because He has anointed me to preach good news.
Hello, welcome to Number 7 Ministries Christian Outreach. Today's short sermonette is called Gospel or Gossip. God wants to make a clear distinction between the two. As a Christian, we are going to have to give an account for every idle word that we speak. And this is what God has shown me, that everything that we say is for a purpose, whether we realize it or not. And God was also showing me the reason why people gossip. A few of the reasons, or a few of the major reasons, but not limited to those reasons, are unforgiveness, pride, insecurity, addiction, and misunderstanding. See, there is unforgiveness that takes place when we live life. It's not a matter of if we get hurt, it's a matter of when we get hurt. And the question is, what are we going to do with that hurt? See, if we don't forgive the person, then we're going to harbor bitterness. We're going to carry around burdens and pain with us that God doesn't want us to do. And when we do that, the fruit and the evidence that we're doing that is we start to gossip about the person who hurt us. But see, if we forgive them, then we no longer have to talk bad about them. We no longer have to spread negative things about them. We can pray for them, and we could even say good things about them regardless of what they did wrong to us. The other major reason is pride. A lot of people will start gossiping about others because they're prideful. They always want to bring another person lower than them. If you have a job, they'll talk about a job that's greater than yours. They'll talk about making more money than yours. They always have to be better than the other person, so they'll find fault with other people to lower them underneath themselves. And that's another reason why people gossip. Another major reason why people gossip is insecurity. People who are not secure with their relationship with God, people who have no true foundation for who they are as a person, will try to talk down about other people to fill a security within themselves. But this is what I learned, is when you get secure through Jesus Christ, you don't need to talk negative about other people, because you are who you are regardless of what other people are doing around you, and regardless of who else is around you, regardless of their title, their position, how much money they have, how much money they don't. You're just secure, and there's no reason for you to be able to talk about other people or gossip about other people behind their back. Another major reason that I mentioned why people gossip is because of addiction. There are people who are bound by demons and spirits who are actually addicted to gossiping about people. And this is another thing that God is showing me, is that they don't even care what they're talking about. They don't even care what they're gossiping about, as long as they're spreading division, as long as they're spreading evil and negativity. They feed off of that addiction. And the last major reason why people gossip is misunderstanding. See, sometimes people will say things and maybe they misheard someone or misunderstood someone, and they'll go and spread rumors. Do you know sometimes people get hurt and the person who hurt the person may not even know what he did or what she did? It may be a complete accident. And so sometimes we need to confront people in humility and love and ask them, is this what you mean when you said this? Because a lot of times there's just misunderstandings, and then we will go and spread gossip about that person. But if we had known the truth of what really would happen, or what the person really meant when they said what they said, we possibly wouldn't even be saying anything about them in a gossip way. So God wants us to warn us about these things. Also, I want to read the Bible verse of Matthew chapter 28, verse 15, and it says, "And so they took the money and did as they were taught, and this saying is commonly reported amongst the Jews unto this day." See, basically, these guards that were watching over the tomb of Jesus Christ, they were bribed with a certain amount of money. And so they did not want people to hear the rumor or the truth that Jesus Christ was rose again, that he was no longer in that tomb where they thought that he was buried, that the rock that was moved out of the way was actually because Jesus Christ left. Those angels removed it, and Jesus Christ rose again. But there were guards that were watching who were paid from the Pharisees and the scribes to tell other people lies. And it says that this lie was commonly spread amongst the Jews and is still spread amongst the Jews to this day, that Jesus Christ was not the Son of God, that he was not risen, that his body was stolen by his disciples. Do you see how rumors get started? Because one person was paid to say this illegitimate lie so that this gossip can be spread amongst the Jews. This is the thing. The devil's still doing things like that today. There are spiritual wickedness in high places that are spreading all kinds of lies. See, that was a conspiracy, but we have all types of conspiracies going on today in a similar fashion, and they are to take people away from the truth of God. But that was one of the biggest conspiracies. I'm going to read 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, and it says, "Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do." See, we don't need to be spreading gossip about people. We should be spreading the gospel with other people. We should be encouraging one another. We should be praying for one another. That's what the gospel is. It is good news. And I want to read the Greek definition of gospel. It's euangelizo, and that's from Strong's G2097. The other word for gospel in Greek is G2098, and it's euangelizon. And basically the definition of that Greek word of gospel is to bring good news. And in the Old Testament, the Greek word for, or the Hebrew word for gospel was spreading any type of good news. Any type of good news. So this is what we are called to do, is share good news with one another. And God bless you and have a wonderful day.
Number 7 Ministries, the Spirit of the Lord is on me.